Soledad Canyon Road on our way to Soledad Canyon 1,000 Trails Campground. And we're taking you in this way to show you there's a sharp turn when you turn off of Soledad Canyon Road, making your way into the campground. We did it with our fifth wheel. It's doable, but you have to be kind of prepared for that sharp turn. The Soledad Canyon Campground is a very large campground, and there's several different tiers. We're on an upper tier, so we're taking a different road to get to the portion of the campground that we're camped at. We'll show you that later. One of the reasons we're up there is because you have cell service at the upper level campgrounds, where you won't necessarily have cell service in the lower campground. So as we approach the turn, I'll come back. Okay, we're approaching that sharp turn I was telling you about. And as soon as we make the turn, you're going to see the campground. We're finishing it up. We've spent 16 days here, 16 nights. This has been don't get me wrong, there are drawbacks about the campground, but we're very pleased with Soledad Canyon, and we'll explain why. It is a great place to recharge, resupply. You have almost any kind of store that you would want in Palmdale, in Lancaster, which is not far away. I think Palmdale's maybe 10 miles away. So we're going to pull in here to 1,000 Trails. The sharp turn we made was back there coming off of California Route 14. Or actually, that was Soledad Canyon Road. Is where the sharp turn was. When you pull in with your rig, you're going to pull in like right in here and park, and then you're going to go into that building right there with the ice machine. So in fact, I'm going to go in here and get a bag of ice, and then we will continue our tour. Okay, we just got some ice there at 1,000 Trails. We don't charge you any tax. I guess it's because it's a member-owned facility, so it's a little bit cheaper than buying it downtown in Acton. Okay, well, we had to punch our code in up there at they have a guard shack at this lower facility. There's multiple campgrounds down in the valley, down in the canyon. We're going to take you through and show you what some of these sites look like on a driving tour. It's scenic. I think you can see dead ahead the canyon. They have two large pool facilities. The one's closed. The other on the north end is open, but only the pool. The hot tub is not open. It's being renovated. There's some cabins off to our right. Campsites off to the left. had a really good time here just to get a lot of things done that we needed to get done. I actually had to get a medical procedure done, dental procedure, and there were plenty of dentists and specialists in Palmdale. The Acton is the closest little town post office, and we received general delivery mail there. Price of gas was not bad. Diesel's $3.55 at the 76 station in Acton. And this is in February of 2020. So in California, that's a pretty good price for gas or diesel fuel. A lot of tree coverage down here if you take a look at these campsites. And the base, you pretty much have a dirt base for your campsite. So if it rains, it may be a little soft. It's not like that up on top. So that and the cell service is why we picked a campsite. Here, I'm going to pull into this one to show you. This is your typical campsite down here. This is the A loop. You have 50 amp down here in the canyon. You do not have 50 amp up above where we are. So that's another consideration. But we've 30 amp is just fine. We don't need to run air conditioners this time of year. So now we're going to take you to a different part of this campground down in the canyon here. We have a couple different loops. Up here's the guard shack dead ahead. And they give you a code and you punch your code in and you can come in the gate. Up on top where we are, there is a guard shack, but there's no gate. It's the guard's there 24/7. There used to be a bridge where you could drive directly from this lower campground to the upper campground, but it washed out, and they're in the process of getting that bridge replaced. So for right now, we have to go back out on the main road. If you were down here after you check in, then you get back on the main road and we'll take you up to where the turnoff is to get into the upper campground. So off to the right, here's the campground. Like they have electric down there. Not many people down there. In fact, I don't see anyone down there. They have so many sites open that it would not be hard getting a reservation in here. It's just a massive campground. That is taking into consideration that they also have an entire section that is closed for renovation. A whole loop, if you will, that's closed for renovation. And we'll show you where that is on the way out. Bathhouses aren't bad. There's some updating has been done. Up on the top, when we give you a walkthrough, I'll show you. It's a Thousand Trails campground. A lot of things are going to be dated, but there is a smell problem up where we are, and we selected a site where we're not affected by it. But these are things to be aware of if you're picking your campsite out before you set up. There's a dog running right off to our right. And these are 50 amp sites down through here. You see a lot of big rigs. Multiple different rows. Yeah, it's a lot more wooded than it is up on top. Okay, so that gives you a little idea what it's like down in here in the canyon. Like I said, we preferred the upper campground. So we're going to drive back out of the facility. We're going to show you, I'll turn the video back on when we hit the area where I can show you where there's a whole section that's closed. It's being renovated. I guess they're putting new electric in. I will say not only at this facility, but other Thousand Trails facilities, we have noticed a lot of upgrades taking place. We're absolutely delighted with our Thousand Trails membership. But you know, you just can't go in with the expectation that, oh, you know, this is going to be like a pristine campground, because most of the ones that we've been to have not been like that. So we're heading back out. Go out through where the guard shack is. After we get on the main road, we're going to go underneath I think it's a railroad bridge. And it's kind of funny, in California, at least the part that we're in now, they don't always put how high the bridge is, which is, you know, not the best practice, put it that way. But we drove our fifth wheel underneath this bridge with plenty of clearance, so I'm sure if there was a problem, Thousand Trails would have had some kind of warning on their website. But now we're getting back out onto Soledad Canyon Road. Actually, I think this is Crown Valley Road. Soledad Canyon's where we turned off to go into Thousand Trails. Here's the bridge I was telling you about. No markings on it whatsoever as far as height goes. But my fifth wheel is about 13.6 in height. We had plenty clearance. So. Okay, off to the right, you're going to see that's the part that they have closed for renovation. Just a massive campground. That's like a campground all into itself. I'd venture to say there's probably over 100 sites just in that section. We're still passing it. It's just massive. Yeah, this is Crown Valley Road we're on now. We're turning on to Air Street, Cannon Road. And this is where we're camped at up here. Off to the right. right is that section that's closed. This is the river that runs through here. It has not had water in it since we've been here. Further on down, it's washed out, and that's where the two campgrounds connected. Up until yesterday, you could have walked between the two, but they actually have heavy equipment in there now. I'll show you some pictures later on. But they're taking out the washed out culverts and preparing to put a temporary bridge in. There's a couple of washes that you pass. Getting to the part of the campground we're in. It's right here. You need to make a wide turn. They even have a sign there. There's the guard shack off to the right. I don't think you can see it. It's on the other side of the stop sign. This is the row we're in. But it is scenic. Probably see on the video just how scenic it is. This is graveled up here. We get good cell service, both AT&T and Verizon. We do have some TV channels down in the canyon. I doubt if you'd have anything over there TV channel. Okay. Back up here, show you where we're at. I'm going to pull in my sight. Okay, there's my cougar right there. And we're going to back in, and then on this part of the campground, I'm going to give you a walking tour. We're at 1,000 Trails, Soledad Canyon, and this bridge connecting the upper and lower campgrounds is washed out. It has been for some time, from what I understand. And here, within the last day, they just started removing the washed out culverts of the old bridge, and they're going to put a new bridge in. The East Clubhouse. It's pretty nice in there. Pool tables, TV. Looks like they have satellite set up. Here's the pool. Laundry's back in there. I give you some shots of the laundry room. Back beyond there is the hot tub that's being renovated. You can hear the power equipment down over the hill working on the bridge. The reason I walked you over here is this is the K section. And all of this section is currently closed down for electrical revamp. Major electrical rework. Supposed to be installing 50 amp in all these sites. When you walk through or drive through Soledad Canyon Campground, it becomes apparent that there was a lot of neglect. All these trees need trimmed. They must have not trimmed trees for years. Now, up where I'm at, it doesn't make a difference because there's so few trees. But these trees need trimmed back desperately. So Some of the employees I talked to said that's on the agenda. But yeah, there's a lot of sites in here. And sites like this is going to be really nice when they put the 50 amp in. Okay, I wanted to give you a little preview of the K section that they're revamping. Hopefully they'll have the tree cherry picker and the tree trimmers come in. At the same time, they're doing the electrical system upgrade. Okay, we're at our campsite. It's been a little windy and dusty during our stay here. Not a bad view. That's our setup. And I believe this is site 61 that I'm in. Loop N61. 161. I'll give you a little walking tour here. So, I told you before, we absolutely love this Soledad Canyon 1,000 Trails. We've been doing a lot of boondocking on our way out west in Arizona and Nevada and California. And so this was a good place to recharge. We've done some day trips, awesome day trips from here. Within, I think it was like an hour and 15-minute drive, we drove to the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area. This was all in one day trip. And then from there, just a little bit further to Malibu. Gorgeous mountains. And Malibu Bluffs Park had a really nice view of the Pacific from there. And then we drove down to the Santa Monica Pier. That's the end of Route 66. And that was fun. That was all one day trip. We did another day trip to Ventura, California. We really enjoyed that. They have a pier on the ocean there. Nice seafood restaurant right on the pier. And I'll give you some photographs of that day trip. These end sites are nice. A nice private view of the mountains in the background. I'll walk you around, give you a closer look. Okay, I commented to you previously about smell. They have these 2 or 3 of these little collection areas where you have these culverts with the caps on them. Especially these big white ones. See that big white cap right there? These smell to high heaven in the afternoon. Woo! They smell high heaven right now. Whew. And so you got to stay away from those. So when you pick your site out, it's a nice campground, but you gotta be selective. Here's the view. Take you around. Melody made friends with a lady that's on the end here. She get a real nice private view of these mountains back here. All these end sites over here, you're gonna have nobody in the back of you. And so that'd be really nice. Anyhow, I'm gonna take you down to the lower campground, and we're gonna come back up. I'll show you some more of this upper campground. On this end, there's actually several different loops, like 3 of them that go up at different places in the canyon, and they all have better cell service than the lower canyon where the main facility is. So you see where these cones are. This is where that bridge is. You used to be able to drive. You could check in down there at where the main facility is. And then if you wanted to come up to this campground, you could just drive through Soledad Canyon Campground to get here. These cones weren't here the other day, and you could walk across what was left of the bridge. But just in the last couple days, they got heavy equipment. In fact, you can see a cat down there. Yeah, they got some heavy equipment in there. And they cleared out the culverts that were washed out. Yeah. Big John Deere excavator down in there. That's the river, and it's dry right now, so I guess it is a good time to be working on it. But I guess it's been out a while. When they get that fixed, that's going to be nice, because right across the street here in that building with the red roof is the laundry. It's not a great laundry, but I'll give you some pictures of it. But we just went into Palmdale and did our laundry. There's so many places in Palmdale. They got some nice cabins, and if you happen to be a member of Thousand Trails, not just with the camping pass, but an actual member, you may have cabins as part of your package. They got some nice cabins butted up against these mountains in the back. I'll take you down here, and then we'll walk up where the RV campsites are. This isn't too bad back in here. There's a walking trail, a hiking trail that goes off to the right of those big logs right there. It takes you back toward the main campground. I like these 2 cabins on the end here. In fact, I wrote them down. Los Angeles International Airport isn't all that far. It's like an hour drive, a little bit, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. You could fly in there, rent a car, drive up and use your week rental. Yeah, we went on the back porches and checked them out. You got Dish Network set up. This is your view from your porch back here. Nice and private. That's another one I liked right there. You can see just up the road, just beyond this cabin porch here, you can see that's where the RV sites are. So you have a whole bunch of RV sites backed up against this canyon. And that's the Los Angeles National Forest up there. Lots of hiking. You could spend a month here and not see everything there is to see. Vasquez Rocks, Los Angeles County Park. I'll also give you some photos on that. We did a day trip down there. It's only like 12 miles away. They did some filming of the Flintstones movie with John Goodman and Star Trek. The episode with the Gorn, Captain Kirk finding the Gorn down there. Awesome hiking trails, lots of neat looking rocks. Good place to visit. And that's one of the bathhouses right in front of us. Some more cabins over there, but I like those down in there. As you can see, there's a lot of empty sites. And unlike an Encore Park where they may allot 10, 15, 20 sites for 1,000 Trails members, they have the Trails collection. This is a 1,000 Trails Park, so all of these campsites are available to members, whether you have the pass or not. If you're a regular member, it's available to you. If you just have the camping pass, it's available to you. You'll just have different reservation guidelines that you follow, depending on what kind of membership you have. But with all these empty sites, even if you have a camping pass, I would think you would easily be able to make a reservation and get in here. This one's empty. Let's take a look back in here. Oh, you know why it's empty? The electric is out of service. Met a new manager. They have a new manager in here, and he's renovating. A lot of the facilities here, putting new electric in, 50 amp across the board, supposedly. You can see they're putting in a new bridge. They have the hot tub under reconstruction right now. So the corporation owns 1,000 Trails. They are dumping a lot of money into their revitalizing what some would say have been long neglected parks. But if you're traveling like Melody and I do, you're using a Thousand Trails membership, in between boondocking and using other memberships you may have, like Passport America or Resort Parks International. These are great parks to come to. Because I stayed here for 16 days and it didn't cost me a dime over what I had paid for my membership. Okay, I don't want this to be too long. I wanted to show you what this part of the campground was all about. There's an empty site right there. I'll walk back up, show you a little bit more of the top campground where I'm camped at, and we'll wrap this up. So I'm walking back up this hill, leading to the end campground. And yeah, it's quite a little hill. Oh, if you make a day trip down into Ventura, we also stopped at the Channel Islands National Park Visitor Center, which is in Ventura, California, right on the bay there. Really nice people in there. There's a concessionaire that runs boat trips out to the various different islands. I think Santa Cruz Island is the most popular. But the hiking looks spectacular out there, and so next year when we're out, we're gonna try to make that a day trip. Take the boat trip out to Santa Cruz Island, do some hiking, come back. They did a great little video there in the National Park Visitor Center, showing you what's going on, what the campground actually looks like, because in the several years leading up to my retirement, we watched YouTube like out the rear, trying to get a feel for where we wanted to go, what kind of RVing we wanted to do, what the Thousand Trails system was like, would we like boondocking, and as far as the Thousand Trails parks go, really didn't have a whole lot. Had some videos, but not a whole lot that would go into actual detail and show you what the campground looks like. So this will give you a little, if you're interested in a particular park, chances are you're gonna watch the video. A little windy. I hope all this wind doesn't show up on the video. But there are sites available. They got a couple cabins, you know, sprinkled in here. But lots to do here. I haven't even ventured up into the Los Angeles National Forest. Haven't had time. We had a lot of administrative stuff to catch up on. Brought our mail back from West Virginia. Took care of a bunch of financial stuff I needed to catch up on. So we leave from here and we do some more boondocking, which we really love. I'm so glad I got the solar installed at the quartzite. We did that in December when they weren't busy. Discount solar. They put the solar system in. I haven't had to touch the generator. I hauled it out a couple times, but just in case I needed it, but I haven't needed it. 680 watts of solar, tied in with my 300 amp hour battery bank. By 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my battery bank's 100% charged every day. When we're boondocking, don't need it when you're hooked up to shore power. That's a little guard shack, but I don't think the video caught. And there's the entry and exit to this part of the campground. Restroom right there. And then my rig's back down this way. No, this is not my rig right in front. That's another Cougar. Yeah, get a load of those mountains. Very scenic. Lots of restaurants down in Palmdale. Again, it's like a 10-12 mile drive from here. Acton is only like 3 or 4 miles up the road. You get a couple grocery stores. Gas station, McDonald's, small post office that does have general delivery. You can get packages sent here to Soledad Canyon, 1,000 Trails. They charge a $5 fee. Oh, and the Amazon locker. You have several Amazon lockers that are down in Palmdale, and I did use that while I was here. Okay. Back at home base. Hope you found some of this information useful.